The Kalahari, a landscape that does not comfort. Red sand that absorbs heat like a furnace and holds it through the night. Thorn scrub so dense and sharp it draws blood from anything that moves through it carelessly. This is not a place that welcomes softness. It does not make exceptions for the vulnerable or the small. It simply is ancient, indifferent, and absolute. Beneath a shelf of sandstone rock, in a narrow burrow she has spent 3 days digging, a honey badger lies still for the first time in her life. She gave birth 4 hours ago. 2 cubs, each one the size of a human fist, blind, hairless, impossibly fragile pink skin visible through a thin layer of soft fuzz, tiny claws already formed, already perfect, curled against their mother's warmth in the dark. They have no idea what world they have arrived in. She does. And from the moment the first cub drew breath, something shifted inside her, some ancient switch thrown deep in the machinery of her being, and whatever she was before, she is something different now. She is not just a honey badger anymore. She is a border, a wall, a line drawn in red Kalahari sand. Cross it and find out what waits on the other side. Outside, the morning is already hot and getting worse. She catches his scent before she hears him. Cheetah. Male. Young, she can read this from the smell the way others read a page. He is hunting the open scrubland beyond the rock face, working a slow quarter-mile grid the way cheetahs do, methodical and patient, covering ground with that long, effortless stride that makes them look like they are barely trying. He is not thinking about the burrow. He is thinking about the Thompson's gazelle he spotted 40 minutes ago and lost in the thorn bush. But scent travels in the Kalahari, and the burrow is directly downwind. He stops, reads the air. His amber eyes sweep to the rock face, to the narrow, dark opening at its base. His nose works once, twice. What he smells is not threatening. What he smells is small, new, helpless. An easy meal at the end of a frustrating morning. He changes direction without hesitation and moves toward the burrow with his head low and his shoulder blades rolling like pistons beneath his spotted coat. He is 6 meters from the entrance when she comes out. She does not emerge the way prey emerges cautiously. One eye first, reading the threat before committing. She comes out the way a fist comes out of a jaw, fast and total, and without any visible consideration of consequence. She is in the open, oriented toward him, already moving forward before he has fully processed that something has exited the burrow. For a fraction of a second, his brain misfires. This is wrong. The animal coming at him is the size of his foreleg. This does not compute, and in that fraction of a second she covers 2 meters. She hits him in the nose. Not a warning bite, not a territorial display. She goes directly for the most sensitive point on his face, with everything she has, and bites down and does not let go. He rears back a cheetah, one of the fastest land animals on Earth, built to accelerate from 0 to 112 kilometers an hour in 3 seconds. Rearing back from a 12-kilogram animal biting his nose. The sound he makes is not the sound of a predator. He swipes at her with one forepaw, claws extended, and catches her across the shoulder. She does not release. He swipes again, harder, and she releases only because she chooses to, already repositioning, moving along his flank faster than his eyes can track, going for the soft skin behind his foreleg. He spins. She is not where he is looking. She is underneath him. From below, she bites up into the soft muscle of his inner leg, the bite of an animal that understands anatomy, that has spent its entire evolutionary history targeting the one place that cannot be protected. He shrieks and kicks out, and the kick connects, and she is thrown 3 feet and hits the sand hard. She is up before the dust clears. His tail lashing, his body still angled toward her. He has not decided to run yet. His pride or his hunger or something animal and irrational still holding him in this fight, even as every nerve ending is suggesting strongly that he leave. He feints a sudden dart to his left, testing her reaction, the move he uses to wrong-foot gazelles before the final sprint. She does not wrong-foot. She reads the feint for what it is, does not commit to it, and when he brings the dart back to its real direction, she is already there, biting into the front pad of his right forepaw before it lands. He pulls back. She holds. He pulls harder. She holds and digs her claws into the sand and holds, and for 3 full seconds they are locked in a single point of contact, his leg, her jaw, the red sand of the Kalahari between them, and she is not moving backward. He is. He wrenches free, stumbles, and for the first time his entire body is oriented away from her. Something in the calculation has finally resolved. The young male cheetah, built to run down the fastest prey on the savannah, turns and runs. Long, loping strides carrying him away through the thorn bush, his spotted coat flickering between the shadows until he is gone. She chases him for 30 meters past any reasonable point of victory. Chasing not because she needs to, but because she needs him to understand, needs the knowledge of this, to live in his nervous system for the rest of his life. Needs him to know the boundary and remember where it is. Then she stops, turns, walks back to the burrow at the same pace she left it, not hurrying, not looking back. Inside, in the dark, 2 cubs are making small sounds. She curls around them, and they press into her warmth immediately, instinctively, as if they have always known this was the safest place in the Kalahari. She licks each one in slow, deliberate strokes. Her shoulder is bleeding where his claws caught her. She does not seem to notice. Outside, the red sand settles. The thorn scrub is still. A pair of ground squirrels who flattened into the earth at the first sound of the fight cautiously return to their digging. The Kalahari resumes. Life goes on around the shelf of sandstone rock as if nothing happened here, as if a cheetah did not just run from something a fraction of his size, as if the most dangerous thing in this desert for the last 3 minutes was not a new mother who had simply decided, in the wordless, absolute way that nature decides things, that nothing was getting through that entrance. Nothing did.